Welcome to Nona's Here.
And I'm Nona. Welcome to Nona's Here. And today I am joining Tiff from Broke Girl Aesthetic for Small Creator Sunday. And the theme is Patriotic theme. And I have two great crafts to share with you. And if you've been with me before, you know my crafts are always fun, easy, and budget friendly, and these certainly are. I will include the playlist down below of all the creators who are joining in today, and you won't want to miss seeing what all the other creators are making for the patriotic theme. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It's free. And then hit that bell and the word all so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, so let's get over to the craft table and I'll show you my two crafts for the patriotic theme. And again, I want to thank Tiff from Broke Girl Aesthetic for allowing me to join in today. Thanks so much.
Okay, this is DIY number 1. And these are the crushed cans that everyone is doing, but you'll see I did mine a little differently. So this first can is 2 pounds 8 ounces that I used. It was sweet potatoes. And the second can, I can't really tell how big it was because I ripped it off the wrong way, but it was a little bit smaller. It was green beans. And then the third can that I used was 1 pound 12 ounces. I think it was diced tomatoes. Yeah, 1 pound 12 ounces. Okay, so then I have this awl and hammers that I used to make holes in the can. And you'll see that I didn't use the holes in the can, but I'm showing you that if you want to make holes in the can, that's one way to do it. Then I used my red crimson Waverly paint, and everyone was using napkins, but I couldn't find 4th of July napkins, so I got this scarf, and it worked out just fine. So I painted the cans that I was going to use the scarf on because the scarf wasn't thick enough. Then I used this fabric that I got at Dollar Tree with these white daisies to do the third crushed can. And with the 4th of July cans, I had some red and white blue flowers. But I changed those flowers out because I finally found the flowers that I really wanted. Okay, now I'm showing you how I made the holes in the top of the can to put string through to hang them up, but I didn't use those holes. So here are my crushed cans. Now, this is not the way other people are doing crushed cans. They're crushing them from the bottom up. But when I gave the cans to Grumpy Grandpa, this is the way he crushed them, and so this is the way I used them. Okay, that's the fabric that I'm going to put on this crushed can. And I got that at Dollar Tree. So I'm going to use this spray Mod Podge for some of these crushed cans. And there's the fabric opened up. It's got the little blue trucks and the white daisies with the yellow centers. So I sprayed the Mod Podge onto the can and laid the fabric over the crushed can and then laid the fabric on top of the crushed can. Now the spray Mod Podge worked just fine with this fabric because it wasn't real thick. So I just laid it on and spread out the fabric, and you can see where I clipped it at the top to make it hold, and I kind of tucked it down into the middle of the can so that it made like a hem inside the can. And I just used my little clips and I just patted it down and smoothed it out. And then I just kept doing that all around the can. And then of course I went over it with the spray Mod Podge to make sure it would stick, and rubbed all the fabric down nice and smooth. See how my can's crushed at the bottom? That's not the way other people are doing their crushed cans. All right, so as it turned out, I had a nice little blue truck right in the middle, which was just pure luck. I didn't plan it that way, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than smart. Okay, so I painted 2 of the cans red because I was going to use that scarf to make my 4th of July cans. And I knew that the scarf would show through the can, so I painted them red. All right, here's the fabric one with the white daisies in it. And here are the 2 scarf ones that I Mod Podged the scarf onto the 2 cans after the red paint had dried. So I got smart. I remembered that I wanted the big red, white, and blue star on the front. And you can see where I tucked it down in the center, down in the scarf down into the middle, and then I stuck flowers down in. But like I said, I changed the flowers out. Then I took red ribbon and hot glued it to the back to hang up the crushed cans. And I took blue ribbon and hot glued it to the back of the little truck can with the white daisies. All right, so here's the finished product of the red, white, and blue crushed cans. And this one I did with all carnations, and this one I did with beautiful red, white, and blue daisies that I found later. So I took out all those other flowers and put in the red and white blue. So the other adjustment I made was I took all the flowers out of the cans and I stuck floral foam down into the cans to stick the flowers down in because the flowers kept falling out of the cans. So I changed out the red, white, and blue flowers to be the more 4th of July flowers, and I used floral foam stuck down into the cans to stick the flowers in so they wouldn't fall out. Sometimes when you do craft projects, you have to go back and make adjustments, and those are the adjustments I made. DIY number 2, and this is definitely one of the easiest projects I ever did. So I'm starting out with this board that I got at Dollar Tree, and it has this cute little pink rose on the front, which I'm going to remove and put away to use for another project. Everything I'm using I got at Dollar Tree except for the chalk paint. I'm going to paint the back using this plaster Waverly chalk paint, and I also got these other supplies at Dollar Tree. This USA foam sign on a stick, United States American flag with streamers on a stick, this stars and stripes with streamers that was like on a paperweight. I just pulled it off with a heavy bottom, and this little gnome guy that I got last year, and then some foam stars that I got at Dollar Tree, and then this red, white, and blue ribbon that I got at Walmart last year. Okay, so I'm going to paint the back using my Waverly chalk paint in plaster. Actually, I'm going to paint the front too. I'm going to take off the glitter and paint the front. Now, I'm using the kind of off-white color, but you can use any color you want to. If you want to paint it blue or red or any color you want to. My projects are just to give you an idea of different things to do. So I'm going to use this blue acrylic paint to dry brush my sign, and I'm going to use these red letters that I also got at Dollar Tree. So I'm going to dry brush the sign with the blue acrylic paint just to give it a little depth, okay? So I'm just dry brushing it because I just want to give the background a little color, a little depth, because I don't want to have it to look so flat. So I'm just barely putting any paint on this brush and just dry brushing it. Again, use whatever colors you want to use. So then I'm going to take my little gnome guy that I got last year at Dollar Tree, and I just put it away to use this year. And I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue him on to the bottom of the sign. Now here's a warning. He's real thin. He's just tin. And the glue gun, of course, is very hot. So be careful because the tin gets hot and you don't want to burn yourself. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on the back of him, and then I'm going to set him on the bottom of the sign and glue them down. Then I'm going to take all the other things that I have and arrange them on the sign and glue them down. The USA sign, which I took off the little stick, the United States flag with the streamers, my red, white, and blue foam stars, and I took those red sticker letters and put at the top Happy 4th of July, and that finished my sign for the 4th of July. So easy, anyone could do this, but I think it came out real cute. What do you think? So there you go. Oh, then I had to make a hanger. Now I was going to use that red, white, and blue ribbon, but it was too wide to fit through the two little holes at the top. So instead I took one of the blue streamers off of another one of the flags that I had and stuck the ribbon, that's skinny ribbon, through the holes at the top and made a hanger using that skinny ribbon. Just using my scissors to punch it through the two holes that already were there when I purchased the board. You can see I painted the back of the board too. And that finished my 4th of July sign. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Let's take a look at it all finished and another look at the cans that I made. Alright, so here it is, top to bottom. Didn't it come out cute and so easy? Anyone could do that. So here are the cans, and as I told you, I changed out the flowers. This one I used the red, white, and blue carnations with some foam stars. Here's the one with the red, white, and blue daisies, where I changed out the flowers. And then here's the one with the little trucks. It's not exactly patriotic, but I made it at the same time and I wanted to share it with you. And then here is my Happy 4th of July sign. Thanks so much for visiting Nona's Here today. I hope to see you again very soon in the near future. Bye.